Okay, the stream should be starting relatively soon. I had some issues yesterday involving Rumble, but based on what I heard, it's not just wasn't just me. Well, I can't speak today. What can I ever speak? So I'm going to double check a couple things. That is definitely there. It goes. Yep, the live stream is up and going. Good. So yeah, Rumble's actually growing today. I just need to update the Microsoft Update. Get rid of that. And live on YouTube. Make sure the thumbnail is correct. And there we go. That should be good to go. YouTube's up. Rumble's up. Refresh Rumble to make sure I see the live counter. Oh, looks like I also messed up on the thumbnail of Rumble. Oh, great. Can I do an editing right here? Oh well. I'm going to edit that a bit later. Or can I edit right here? Nope, I cannot. Oh well. Either way, everything should be good to go, at least on this end. Got a whole bunch of replays with the new patch. Did I? Just one I did. Did I forget to actually move over the replays I downloaded into the folder? Oh boy. I am screwing everything up today. Oop-de-doo. Oh, nope. I did put them there. I want to put these in their own folder for the time being. This is the ones for the old patch, just in case. And there we go. Perfect. Put that one there as well. And good. Now I'm going to get everything up and going. What a good day. Just getting everything screwed up. And there we go. Okay, good. I think everything is now good to go. And those replays are still there. What the hell? This... Okay, these are some of the new ones here, I believe. It says... Today... Yeah. I may need to hunt around for the new replays, so some of the new and old replays are... Make it mix in with each other. While this is loading, I'm just going to do another quick Alt-Tab and figure out what is going on here. I could have sworn I moved those. I did. I think the Steam Cloud just screwing everything up. Alright, oh well. So we're going to have to make sure it's be a bit careful when selecting replays. And oh, I am screwing everything up. Okay, let's get everything going. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Dawn of War 2 replay. Spawn on the south side as the Mech Boy, we have Fathom. Spawn on the north side as the Plague Champion, we have Neutral. We got a pair of Slugger Boys being deployed on out, and as well as some Chaos Marines. Pair of Sluggers a little bit uncommon, and I guess it's going to be against Heretics as well. Heretics do have, of course, the detonate models for good effect. Going straight for the power point here as well. You may be eyeing for some sort of early power, maybe trying to get out some early Storm Boys, maybe some early Looters. Chaos Marines are making their way towards the center, and the Mech Boy will go and find these Heretics and get a small burst off there and going for the Garrison, but decides not to go in the Garrison as they start backing away. Now the Mech Boy is in pursuit. And this point has not been activated just yet. Speaking of which, it has been activated right now. This one is about ready to be activated. This one is on its way as well. And now we've got the Chaos Marines are advancing. Still just 2 Sluggers. He may be saving up. I am thinking he's going for some Ludas. We've got Ritual being activated here. This Heretic squad has lost a couple painful models there. And the Mech Boy is seeing quite a bit of fire there. Will need some support. He does have plenty of energy to teleport as well. And these Sluggers do go ahead and fall back. Chaos Heretics are advancing. Yes, they are shooting at you. And the Mech Boy will see quite a bit of fire thanks to these Chaos Marines. Plague Champion is also in the mix as well. Teleports his way over here. Almost, yeah, he is down below half health now. And looks like these Heretics have received quite a bit of fire there. Does detonate one of the models there. Wasn't exactly great detonation since it was this back one there. And we'll go ahead and will withdraw from the Sluggers now. This one will be upgraded to Aspiring Champion just now. The other one, it does not have it upgraded. Could get the upgrade after it gets it reinforced as well. And now we do have some Storm Boys. Jumpy, also Choppy, Infantry. These Plague Marines, or the Chaos Marines and the Plague Champions are just trying to go for be aggressive. They're meant for more skill to combat. The Heretics can go around chopping up people up. Both sides have gone for a single generator to secure some more power. This Heretic squad is not fully reinforced. And of course those Sluggers do be forced some back. Some boys are ready to jump. And now we do have a Pain Boy deployed now. He may want to keep the Pain Boy and the Storm Boys relatively close to each other because it's likely going to need a lot of healing for those Storm Boys. Storm Boys have not advanced nor jumped. And he's on to decapture this power point now. This power point is being decaptured as well. I don't think he ever activated this one here. Mech Boy is advancing, does fire a burst onto these Chaos Heretics. Noise Marines being deployed on out for the Plague Champion. Maybe eventually eye for the Blast Master. They do good AoE damage there, but their ability to tie up things at range and melee won't be all too useful. Pain Boy is advancing, has received some fire there. And now Storm Boy is also advanced as well, so he's going to keep these guys together. He could go with a Cybernetic Implant eventually to give the Storm Boys additional maximum capability. But it is one of the models, a little bit early, doesn't get massive splash damage there, and the Mech Boy does teleport away into the VP. Storm Boys so have all the models, so you could use the Pain Boy, give them a bit of a health recharge going. He has max out energy, maybe a good idea. Down south, we've got the Noise Marines now eyeing for some gen bashing. This is a generator being built at the moment. And Burner's not charging on forward. He will not get that generator in time. Does get a nice little knockback there. Here are the Wubs. And does discontinue the Wubs. Pain Boy receiving some fire from the handguns now. And there is a Aspiring Champion on this squad. Chaos Marines and Plague Champions advancing forward. Does detonate one of the models there now. Pain Boy does use some of his energy. May need to heal himself again. Does heal the Storm Boys again. The Pain Boy needs to fall back relatively soon. Does fall back now. Detonates another model there. Storm Boys are still in the mix, hitting the Plague Champion. And now here comes the Noise Marines going for some great AoE damage there onto the Storm Boys. Mech Boy trying to tie up the Plague Marines in the Noise Marines in melee. And now the Storm Boys are falling back. They still have all their models alive, which means he won't sustain any requisition nor power bleed there. Very nice. Central VP is being decaptured now.
But we ain't even all right.
What was that? Battery pack has been researched, so now he's able to increase the health and energy of a target-friendly infantry unit. So the Pain Boy can get out some... He can heal a Pain Boy, and then the Pain Boy can take the energy and heal something else. Yes, you capture the victory point. Very good. The burners are over here, and now these sluggers are getting upgraded burners as well. So it's upgrading these sluggers quite significantly. No Knob Leader on them just yet either. Mech Boy does not have any sword weapon upgrade. It may be a good idea to get in the Luda Gun. Maybe Death Gun wouldn't be half bad later on, but the Luda Gun, the Death Gun, for some suppression wouldn't be half bad. Does get a healing there onto the Pain Boy. Very nice. Not Pain Boys, Storm Boys. Howard Noise Marines do get some great engagement there. Doesn't do the knockback there, but the Storm Boys do have knockback suppression or knockback immunity shortly upon jumping. It does get one of the Noise Marines models there as well. He did not continue fighting. He could have continued fighting. Does lose a model there to the Plague Champion's Blight Grenade. And the Mech Boy is withdrawing. Got Tier 2 now being researched. Oh, the Pain Boy went entirely down in that engagement. Ooh, that's a big loss. Where did that guy actually go down? I didn't see a corpse. That was a Storm Boy model, right? Yeah, that's definitely a Storm Boy, so I'm not sure where the Pain Boy actually went down. I know he was right there. Norseman eyeing for some more generation batting. Storm Boys do jump on in a very staggered advance, and now he's trying to does get out a Blight Grenade there. It does get a nice bit of healing there from the battery pack. Noise Marines are withdrawing. He will not be able to pursue that any further. The Storm Boys are now receiving quite a bit of fire right now. Tier 2 for the Mech Boy, but needs a lot of power. The Plague Champion is also now going for his Tier 2 as well. Work on the gear. Looks like the Storm Boy may be being upgraded with the Knob Leader if he says working the war gear. Ah, the improved rocket pack. Let's fire some bolt pistol shots right there. And we do have the burners here. It does get some of the generators. And the Storm Boys do jump on in. Does the name one of the models there. Immediately withdraws. Sells up one extra model there before the Spire Champion gets hit. And I think we just got the internal war upgrade on that Plague Marine squad. Not Plague Marine, Space Marine squad. Chaos Marine. Wow. Over here, Noise Marines do get some good hits onto the sluggers. Does get knocked back there now as well. Tank Buster is being researched for the Mech Boy. He also has out his war truck. Tank Busters, of course, are an anti-vehicle unit. Maybe a little bit too early, but of course the mortar barrage ability is not half bad. That slugger could go down 2 models, still moving slow, and gets annihilated there. Big loss there. Burners and Storm Boys may advance. We've also got the war truck here, constantly firing its gun. The Knob Leader, of course, is on the Storm Boys, so now he does have an anti-vehicle weapon on the leader. And a Blight Grenade, I think, just got thrown, getting some great damage onto these horses. Sluggers are falling back. Does hopping Storm Boys inside of the war truck. I'm not so sure if it has sustained the damage over time while inside the war truck. I don't see the glow anymore. It does go ahead and get out of the vehicle now. Being reinforced now as well. You could use the battery pack up ability on the Storm Boys to top off their health. And does use it there and resumes the capture. Storm Boys appear to be at full health. Now we've got Ritual. No, that's not a Ritual. That's a Blastmaster coming on out. Rather than going for something to counter the War Truck, is going for the Blastmaster, which is going to be very effective versus the light units of the Orcs. Blastmaster setting on up. First round, Storm Boys. Light Grenade was thrown. No, first round on the War Truck, getting a good rear armor hit there, taking out nearly half of its health. That's it. Down to 22 health. The Plague Champion gets some penetrations there, but nope, it's gone. We only got 1 point of damage there, so we'll escape out with 21 health. That reinforced Plating saved the War Truck.
It's ours now. Here for yes.
They also got a squad of aggressions deployed on out, likely for repairing up the War Truck. They got a lot of work ahead of them, so get to it. This slugger's being upgraded with Knob Leader now. And now we've got some Plague Marines deployed now. Oh, one of the Heretics went down as well. Bit of a minor loss, honestly. Heretics are a lot less valuable than, say, a Slugger, in my opinion. But the Pain Boy is the biggest thing that went down.
Oi, you got us.
We got you? Can we do better? I don't know if people ever like me responding back to their stupid lines. No, it's not genius responding back to the stupid lines. It's a stupid idea. Okay, sorry. War does get a hit there. Now trying to have the Noise Marines in melee. The Mech Boy is good for that. Does name one of the models there with the Heretics. Noise Marines falling back. That's a really potential juicy spot there for the Noise Blaster. Needs to rotate his gun around. No, he's getting inside the garrison. I think he spent too long to get in that side of the garrison. Light Grenade does come forward as well, but he may have done a bit poorly with that Light Grenade. And the War Truck is falling back. Though there's a Light Grenade. It's a good hit there. It does hit his own Chaos Heretic squad as well. Looks like he has been upgraded the Armor Pestilence. Grants the Aura of Decay ability, which knocks that damages knockback enemy infantry after Plague Champion receives enough damage. Also increases the Plague Champion's health by 500, grants him maybe the most knockback the cost of movement speed.
Where's me screen ointment?
Okay, try your other pocket.
Shut up from them chaos crazies.
Plague Champion starts to make his way forward.
Good fight.
And now the Sluggers are getting some good hits there onto the Plague Champion. A bit of the Blight Grenade effect has been passed to the Plague Champion. And the Plague Champion has received so much fire, down to 15 health, 0 health. Not sure if that Blight Grenade made a difference. May have. Good hit there on the retreating squad, gets a model.
Yes, a good idea for the war.
Mech Boy does teleport forward. War Truck is on its way. It may be loaded up with stuff. Yes. The Tank Busters and the Storm Boys and the Gretchens. Maybe a good idea to put Gretchens in melee or range. Ooh, that's a good hit there on the Storm Boys, doing a significant amount of damage there. He needs to get the battery pack on the Storm Boys as soon as possible. Does get a nice heal there as well, but we'll receive another hit there. They're wounded. Gretchen's going to be tying up the Noise Marines in melee. Very nice. And now Tank Busters engaging the generators. We do have all generators replenished over here, but these generators being completely destroyed. The point may be deactivated as well. And tier 3 for the Orcs. And actually, there's actually a regular Luda squad out in the field. Very nice. This may be help suppress some of these forces, though the Blastmaster can outrange the Ludas. Chaos Heretics trying to pursue the Luda. Does get one of the models there. And now we've got the Slugs engaged. Gets a good hit there on the War Truck with a missile. And Blastmaster hits the Sluggers. but also did more damage to his Chaos Marines. That was not a good Blast Master. Ritual's been activating, getting some much needed health regen. Sluggish receive a hit there, getting a couple models lost. Some of the Plague Marines are going down, and Black Grenade does connect as well. Does get a nice battery pack hit there. No, that's actually the Knob Leader going down, readjusting the maximum health.
Got some new units ready, boss.
You taking a secure punishing, boss?
Homicide's got 300.
Black Marines making their way forward, getting some hits there. Short range artillery barrage nailing the Heretic squad as one of them flies to the moon. I guess this planet needed him. Ludo does fire some shots there. The Blast Master, of course, is not in range, just out of range.
Stormboy ready for duty, boss?
The boys need themselves
The Plague Marine doesn't have a whole lot of resources at the moment. He may be on trying for tier 3, maybe going for Dreadnoughts afterwards. Not Dreadnoughts, Terminators. And the other Plague Marine model does go down.
boys need themselves a knob, they do.
And the Plague Marines do fall back. War Truck is still alive. And now we've actually got a full commando squad deployed on the field. Interesting. War Truck that's advancing will be spotted here. Plague Marines, of course, back at home. Noise Blaster is facing the wrong angle, packing it up now. And does go ahead and get the Aspiring Champion leader onto the Chaos Marines. Maybe a good idea to get it all for the Chain Axe upgrade for the Chaos Marines. Let's go ahead and load up inside of the War Truck. Does receive a missile hit there from the Plague Marines. And does go ahead and jump on top of the Chaos Marines there. Plague Marines do find another hit there. Commando Knob still engaging. Big knockback there. Plague Marines finds another hit there. Got a couple of detonations. As for the Commando squads using the suppressive fire ability now being utilized. Stormboys do fall back. They're so wounded. They need to do a full retreat there. Trying to stick around for reinforcements. But does lose another model there. And actually get fully gunned down. The Sword Boys get gunned down because he did not retreat them back. Now got Chaos Dreadnought being deployed on out. He did lose his Heretic squad in that fight. And a good direct hit there on the Ludas. Ludas, of course, can be upgraded beamy def guns, so can the Mech Boy. But the fact that he is also missing his Heretics, he won't have any additional repairs on the Chaos Dreadnought. He'll have to use a Plague Champion himself, who can repair metal. And not as well as flush if he goes for mucus discharge. But he has the repair ability. That was a horrible joke that I completely failed.
Victory point.
The squad does get spotted. He's trying to go for a melee attack onto the Ludas. Will receive a death gun to the face. He does have to get the battery or the reinforcements there on the Ludas. And the squad is quite spread apart, but the melee does draw him in. Mech Boy teleports forward as well.
What you want?
Now we do have the Dreadnought deployed on the field. Right now, unupgraded. Not sure what weapon would be the best. Honestly, autocannon would be half bad. The missile launcher, not so much. It does have, of course, a decent barrage, and I don't think the melee one would be all too great. You'll have trouble versus running down everything.
What you need?
It'd be easy for the tank busters, and he knows the loot as well, and knows if he's against mech boys, a chance for beamy def guns is highly likely. There may not be a beamy def gun on the Ludus right now because he needs reinforcements. Nope, no beamy def gun. He actually may not be aware of the Dreadnought just yet. Commando Knobs do, of course, or Commando Squad. The Knob of the Commando Squad does have a missile launcher. Tank busters have a lot of missiles. And now the Mech Boy is falling back, being upgraded to beamy def gun now. Gretchens are still here. The Gretchen had been upgraded with the repair crew. Suppressive fire ability on the Plague Marines. One round does connect onto the war truck. The Gretchens could take time to repair it up. The Heretics push their way forward, and now we've got some knobs smashing their heads and axes against the Dreadnought, and a Dreadnought will go down. Got a big detonation right there. The Gretchen squad is about ready to get wiped out. Does get reinforced a little bit. And Gretchen still pop inside the war truck. The war truck itself is almost down. Noise blasters are advancing. Plague Marines are still in the mix. Does detonate one of the mauls there with the Heretic squad. Or maybe that's just one of the Plague Marines blowing up. There's the Heretic squad blowing up. And the Ludus do receive a direct hit there from the Noise blaster. Noise Marines are still trying to hit the Plague Marines. The Plague Marines need to fall back. Great hit there, hitting the Plague Marines as well. Ludus about ready to go down. Heretics do find a hit there, wipes up the Ludus there. Knobs are falling back as well. The Heretic squad is down. The Spartan Champion does fall back in time. Missile does connect with the war truck. And the Plague Marine needs to fall back as well. He does have access to these Chaos Marine squad still. And does get a partial splash there.
I'm fighting here. Another buster.
Plague Marines do fall back. And a grenade. Good incendiary grenade there by the Commando squad. And actually the Knob itself just went down.
Stop hitting me. But we ain't even all right.
Beamy Death Gun advancing, but there's nothing left for him to shoot at with the Beamy Death Gun. Needs to be upgraded to, say, the Death Gun or the Big Shooter. Or what's it called? Daka Daka Daka. Speaking of which, the Mech Boy does go down to the Noise Blaster.
The boys need themselves a knob, they do.
We's tangled up proper.
That point was captured up by the Tank Busters. Now you got the war truck now blitzing away.
We's losing a victory point. The boys need themselves a knob, they do.
Knob squad's getting this Knob leader. Does detonate one of the mauls right there. Noise Blaster finds a good hit there. Those not exactly great to hit his own Heretic squads there. Detonates another model there. Blastmaster does not fire another shot there. He needs to fall back. He's about to get wiped out with that Noise Marine squad. Not Noise Marines, the Heretic squad. Does get a nice knockback there. Save the Heretic squad from being wiped out. And now we do have the Plague Champion upgraded with the Plague Sword. Increasing, giving him zombie kills. But the Plague Champion does go down, a little bit overwhelmed by the Knobs. Knobs are very durable and very powerful. Plague Marines do charge him forward, does receive a grenade from the Commando Knob. And will maintain that Cindery effect onto those Plague Marines. Does get a knockback effect there onto the Plague Champion. The Plague Champion could potentially get wiped out. We're seeing lots of fire right there. And the Incendiary, they do manage to finally get out the Incendiary effect as well.
What you want?
Commandos are already at level 3. Very nice. Blastmaster fires.
We's tangled up proper.
And a lot of good hits there onto the Commando squad. Commando squad is falling on back.
Another tank to brag about. Oh, a minute! Who says I wasn't? We's being shot on.
The Knob squad is falling back, has received quite a bit of fire there, needs a lot of health. The Mech Boy himself does use the battery pack there, I was going to say.
What is it?
Bring out the bigger shooters.
Looks like the Mech Boy is being upgraded to Daka Daka Daka. That is the same one that's used by the big shooters of the Shooter squad, not the Death Gun for suppression.
Got me the biggest shooter there is.
Snobs starting advance. Of course, the Heretic Squad will get a nice detonation there. And Heretic Squad is getting ripped apart. And the Heretic Squad does get fully wiped right there. And the Plague Champion's down to his last set of tickets as well. Even up capture up that point is going to be very important. This point has been captured up by the Blastmaster. Not the most mobile squads, that's why he's so defensive. Does spot the Noise Blaster there. In that point, decapture is maybe all he can do, because there's going to be a high chance of knockbacks from the Blastmaster. Gets the point decaptured, and now we've got the Plague Champion now advancing. Won't be able to get the Slugger Squad all by himself. The Noise Blaster does fall back, receiving quite a bit of fire there. Plague Champion down to half health. Missile launch does connect with a war truck. And the Plague Champion does go down once again. Slugger's going to be eyeing the capture of the central VP. Once he captures that, it's likely going to be game. And it looks like he is already casting GG. He realizes he's lost. Oh, this is Adam Great saying thank you for watching, and moving on to the next replay. Let's see, it was this one. Yep, and this is a more recent one as well. So let's go and get this one going. I think one reason why I'm have the old replays still lingering around, I may need to turn off the cloud sync for Retribution. Somebody's Forge. But will they forge heroes or weapons? Or should I say, weapons or heroes? That's probably a bit more cinematic. Either way, greetings everyone, and Great here with another Dawn of War 2 replay. So on the left side as the red Chaos Sorcerer, we have Hebro Hito. Spawn on the right side as the blue Apothecary, who has 3 Snobs. And, oh, hello, Sky Silver Mojo. Just saw your Twitch message. Gotta get done with my intro.
To serve.
Caster? More like part-time.
Support structure.
Well, person plays Dawn of War 2, not a single game online. We do got, of course, the PowerPoints being captured up, and this one has been activated as well, so it looks like he may be eyeing perhaps some early Noise Marines, or maybe some Raptors. Could be for Havoc, something to invest his power in.
Support structure complete.
Oh, seeing I have never played a game on Dawn of War 2 online, probably horrible.
On guard.
These forces do get behind the light cover there. The Chaos Marines are behind some heavy cover, and the Heretics are capturing up the VP. He does push forward. The Apothecaries is in range with his aura heal rate. How do you rate the levels of the player in this cast on a scale of 10? I think they're both at 60, they're both level 60, so I'm not so sure how to rate them. Good hits there with the Chaos Sorcerer. He could eventually grab one of these Heretics for a bit of energy, but he's charging forward onto the Scouts, trying to type the shotgun up in melee. We do have the Apothecary in the mix as well, hitting the Heretics as well. Shotgun knockback there onto the Scout Squad, gains a good AoE damage onto the Heretics. He does fall back there after detonating the models, and the Apothecary himself is falling him back. Scouts are advancing forward. 2 models remain, as the Chaos Sorcerer has plenty of health remaining. And also, Scouts and Tactical Marines are both falling on back.
Points.
Yeah, when I look for replays, I'm mostly looking at the duration of the replay, because if it's a long replay, it has a general possibility of being a good replay. Maybe not the highest level replay, but at least an entertaining one nonetheless. We got the Internal War upgraded for the Chaos Marines, and these forces are reinforced against healing. Got the Purification Rites, which means knockback healing. And Heretic's going to be capturing up the VP now. Now we've got Devastator Marine deployed out. And notice as well, there's actually no second scout squad either. Chaos Sorcerer does receive shotgun knockback, but he does use the Zinch Ritual there to camouflage that sorcerer. That was actually a really, really good camouflage ritual there. Small, but hard to make those really, really effective. Good hit there on the Devastator, but not enough damage to really make a difference. Heretic squad is following him back. And the Chaos Sorcerer does have Vestments of Warp, allowing him his own teleportability. Very nice. Oh, we got the Chaos Marines trying to tie up the Devastators up in melee. The Devastators do get inside the garrison there, and the Heretics do detonate a model there now. He needs to make sure he stays out of range or out of line of sight of that Devastator squad. Still, the Devastator's still in that garrison. And we got the shotgun scouts capturing the VP now. Devastators are back down out. Does use camouflage ritual now, the Zinch ritual, and grenades have been researched. He got the grenade launchers. Oh, knockback grenades. A couple of them hit the terrain, but does knock back the gunner. He got those grenade launchers just to counter the Devastators. He needs some knockback grenades, which can be very helpful indeed. Scouts do get their sergeant upgrade, and grenades raining into the Tactical Marine squad because we're seeing lots of fire there. The Sorcerer still has plenty of energy remaining, going for a Sword of Flame, so the Sorcerer is going to be hitting out quite early. The Sword of Flame, let's see, does 5 pieces of damage for 5 seconds, so burn over time. Yeah, that's not exactly a great hit there. That ability is mostly effective more versus lighter infantry units, such as like the Imperial Guardsmen. Let's see now. Also grants course. I can never pronounce some of these words. Coruscating Flame ability, which reads an ally in a flaming shield, giving an AoE burn effect.
A task unfinished is a prayer unanswered. Scouts ready.
Scouts are falling on back, and we got the grenade launcher squad. No Aspiring Champion on them just yet. Aspiring Champion, when it's upgraded with the grenade launcher weapon, does switch his weapon out to a bolter, so it does get some good range damage with him as well. While the rest of the squad does get assault rifles. Assault Marines have been deployed on can't speak. Assault Marines have been deployed on Al. Does fire some red grenades there, not knockback grenades there. Good cast there by the Warlock or Sorcerer. I keep on getting those names mixed up. It's a nice shotgun nut back there, and got some more grenades raining on Assault Marines. Assault Marines will need to fall back. They still fall through the models, but it's so wounded. The Apothecary may need to heal them up, spend some energy back at home for them.
Scouts here. Go ahead.
Scouts still have all 4 of the models. Well, it does drop the model now. Just ASM thing? I'm not sure what that means. Those cases they're being observed by the Kingfisher. I've casted him before. Apothecary is seeing some hits there from the Noise Marines. Speaking of which, Noise Marines have been deployed on out. Now the Tactical Marines are making an advance. So we do got Tier 2 being researched by the Chaos Sorcerer now. And he's going for some generator bashing. Chaos Sorcerer is trying to stop him. Teleports towards the Devastators, finds opportunity there. Going for the deactivating point, but he does get tied up in melee by the Tactical Marine squad. As the Devastator does get forced back by the Chaos Sorcerer. We got the Wubs forcing back, knocking back the Tactical Marine squad. And the Heretic squad is going to be trying to intercept the Heretics. Not the Heretics, Chaos, Tactical Marines. Tactical Marines do drop a model and are withdrawing. Apothecary still in the mix as well. Could use Purification Rites to get a nice knockback heal. As right there, but now the Noise Marine's going to try to decapture the point. Good hit, jump on the assault squad. The scouts could take time to repair up the point. And Apothecary looks like, whoa, not escape. The Chaos Sorcerer manages to teleport forward to get the kill. Does immediately withdraw the Apothecary as well, so that's going to be a maximum requisition penalty.
We must reverse the course of the battle.
Scouts ready.
Chaos Heretics, the grenade launchers are pushing their way forward against the hits there. We may see grenade here. This just seems like a good time for grenade. Though he's getting some great AoE damage there with the shotguns. And now we've got some counter grenades there. He's actually low on energy. That may be one reason why I don't see grenades there. Overall, good damage there onto the Heretic squad. Noise Marines do activate the wubs. Good knockback grenades there from the Heretic squad. And we do have some the Apothecary to time up the Noise Marine melee. Noise Marine do drop the model there. And now Devastator setting it up, suppressing down the Chaos Marines. And the Chaos Sorcerer does teleport forward, tying up the Devastator up in melee. All of these forces are falling back, trying to go to the Gen Bashing. Noise Marine's not in the region, but he should be able to deactivate the point. There we go. He could have tried actually decapturing the point. That's pretty close to response time there, so probably not likely. Trying to repair up the generator while in combat does... Wait, that's a Dreadnought. I was not actually expecting a Dreadnought to be teleported forward. I was thinking it's the Sorcerer teleporting forward. But no, he has teleported the Dreadnought forward.
We have lost a generator to enemy fire.
Last Cannon Devastator lining up shot there as the Sorcerer does fire some ability there. The Chaos Dreadnought is trying to tie up the Devastator up in melee. Devastator in melee. And now the Chaos Sorcerer has teleport forward as well. The last Cannon Devastator has received quite a bit of fire there. Ooh, good hit there. The Dreadnought's down the last bit of health there. That Dreadnought just needs to run away. He's in prone being going down to perhaps some various small arms fire. Maybe the scouts can try to throw a grenade onto the top of it. It's down to 30 health. And last Cannon Devastator finds angle there, gets the kill. I wonder, can a grenade even kill? How much damage does a scout grenade does to a Chaos Dreadnought? Got temporary bloodletters being summoned on in.
Understood.
Getting some sporadic damage there, nothing too critical, but will slow down the healing of these forces.
Bring out the power axe.
Apothecary is now being upgraded. Power axe. And, oh, speaking about axes, we got the Mark of Khorne chain axe upgrade on the Chaos Marines, which gives them, turns them into a melee squad. You can upgrade the other Chaos Heretics to a grenade launcher squad as well. If I remember correctly well, the Spartan Champion of the Chaos Marines with power chain axes can also get a melter pistol. Not exactly important in this moment in time, but could be useful in a limited sense. Tactical Marines have been upgraded the missile launcher. They probably should throw that away. Chaos Dreadnought, however, being put out, so if they actually don't throw it away, that would be great for them. Apothecary will escape on out of there, so does the Tactical Marines and everything else. Scouts are still in the region at full health. And all the generators have been bashed for the Space Marine player. Does have a bit of energy there. Throws a grenade there onto the Chaos Marine. Has all the models still alive though.
And drive the enemy back.
Assault Marines who have not been upgraded of the Vanguard veterans, so they still have the Melta Bomb, which would be useful versus the Dreadnought. Now this point's finally being activated now, or reactivated. And now we've got a shrine being deployed on now, which does throw in, acts as a longer range artillery unit, or so it's mid-range light artillery piece. Good knockback there onto the Assault Marines there as the Chaos Dreadnought gains some great hits in there. The Sergeant's still alive, but barely at the moment. I think the Sergeant received a bit more hits there. The Sergeant is one lagging behind, does receive more hits there, but it looks like he will escape on out of there. We do got the Apothecary advancing, getting some good damage there.
We are losing a requisition point to the enemy. The enemy is destroying a key structure.
And here's already capturing up that requisition point now. Got the auto cannon firing against the power node. And now the Chaos Heretic squad is receiving quite a bit of fire there. It does fall back to the Spartan Champion. So we got the ritual on top of the Chaos Shrine here. And it's going to take time to repair up the Dreadnought. Very nice. And the last cannon will go and deactivate this point, which I believe just got fully activated. Apparently the Emperor could be offended by a building in the middle of nowhere. We got Noise Marines being upgraded, the Noise Blaster. We got the Chaos Dreadnought being upgraded with the Mark of Khorne. And we got the Camouflage Ritual being activated now. Trying to camouflage this Blast Master. So we got a lot of medium artillery here. With the Shrine being ritualed, the Noise Marines here. There's just a lot of range firepower. And we've also got a lot of melee as well. Another ritual, of course, being activated. Which, of course, and now it's also the Mark of Khorne, Chaos Marines, Mark of Khorne, Dreadnought. And the Chaos Sorcerer also has melee as well. Let's spot this ritual right here. And now these Chaos Marines may need to advance. He may use the shotgun knockback there. Blastmaster does roll a big miss there. Teleports forward, trying to tie up the Devastator in melee, which he is. Blastmaster finds a small hit there on the Tactical Marine Squad. As Scouts getting forced back, does detonate a model there. As well as a missile does connect, Blastmaster fires another whiff as the Apothecary Summon mix everything has been upgraded with the Armor of Purity. There's the cooldown heal, increases health and health regen. Good hit there. And the Shrine is sending out a lot of fire, but it's about to go down there to the missile launcher. Blastmaster receiving hits there by the Assault Marines. Shrine does go down there. We've got some grenades being cast as well. The Blastmaster says all of its models alive. Ooh, that's a good hit on his own forces. Now we've got a Plasma Cannon Devastator being pulled out. Next will be, of course, effective versus the Chaos Dreadnought as well as versus the Heretics, especially against the Heretics. Tier 3 being researched by the Chaos Sorcerer. We'll likely see. Well, he has a lot of options. He can go for some Terminators. He could potentially go for a Predator. I don't think a Great Unclean One or Land Raider Phobos would be good at this moment in time. And it looks like this shrine can be interrupted by this terrain. That's actually good to know. So that's a horrible placement of that shrine at the moment. So it may draw some fire for him. Grenades are now raining on in. Maybe some knockback grenades could be useful.
Understood.
And does activate global ability there. Detonates one of the Heretics models now, and the shrine will go down. Does get some damage there versus the Chaos or Tactical Marine Squad. Blastmaster finds a direct hit there onto the Scouts, but luckily that ability prevents him from sustaining any additional damage. Plasma Cannon Devastator rolls a big miss there. Chaos Sorcerer's going to try to tie them up in melee. They do get tied up in melee. Blastmaster. Ooh, good grenade there by those scouts. Chaos Marines are engaging the Tactical Marines, the Assault Marines, and the Apothecary. That may be a little bit too much for the Chaos Marines. The Dreadnought has a bit of fire there. May want to attack that Tactical Marine squad, and now we do have a Chaos Predator being deployed on now. Last Cannon Devastator is set up in this region, trying to use his temporary bloodletters. And that will time up in melee. That will potentially save the Chaos Dreadnought, but does get some slowdown effects, some snare effects. Trying to avoid that missile launcher. More bloodletters forces back to the Last Cannon Devastator. We may see a Melta Bomb onto the Dreadnought. Can't sustain a bit more, does get a nice body block there. The missile launcher can rotate around and perhaps finish off the Dreadnought. Does finish off the Dreadnought there. Chaos Sorcerer is falling back as well, severely wounded. Detonates one of the models there on the Heretic squad. And great special attack there for the, that's actually the ability from the Sergeant of the Assault Marines. Ooh. That was equally friendly fire as well as damage to his opponents. Tactical Marine squad may be wiped out. Receiving quite a bit of fire there. Unupgraded Chaos Predator, and maybe a good idea to go for the Khorne Predator. As much as like the Nurgle one, not a whole lot of anti-melee damage he has to resist. And it looks like this Chaos Marine is perhaps still alive, just bleeding out for the rest of eternity.
Taking position in the brush.
The enemy is claiming a victory point.
Noise Blaster does not fire off a shot on the Apothecary. The Chaos Sorcerer has also been upgraded the Tome of Subjugation, allowing the soul. It's a 10-second mind control. That can be very, very deadly. Can it work against only infantry, or does it work against non-hero infantry units? Last Cannon Devastator does get forced back, so does the Chaos Marines. Apothecary is severely wounded as well. Chaos Marines will stay alive. Scouts are firing the shotguns against the Predator. That's like a great opportunity. Blastmaster does not fire a shot there on those scouts. And this Heretic squad does fall back there now. Librarian has been deployed enough, has been upgraded the Psychic Hood. And Chaos Sorcerer does activate another ability there. The VPs are in favor of the Chaos or the Sorcerer by a good number. 55 to 265.
Understood.
Let's go ahead and hit these Assault Marines there. Sergeant being researched on the Assault Marine squad now. We may see a Melta Bomb there. Melta Bomb was thrown, and that Chaos Predator is severely wounded. Has been upgraded the Mark of Khorne variant. See some fires there. Missile launcher trying to rotate around. The Chaos Marines may need to hit that Tactical Marine squad, but does get tied up in melee thanks to that Chaos Sorcerer. And is going to maintain being tied up in melee there. Try to go for a shot there. He's going to just stand and fight. He needs to make sure that does get the missile shot off there. Finds enough of angle there. Gets a knockback heal onto the Heretics. And the Chaos Marines does fall back, or Tactical Marine squad does fall back. Apothecary and Sorcerer does both get knocked back there.
The enemy is capturing one of our strategic points.
He has a lot of red points right now. He could go for the Chaos Portal, but maybe a good idea to go for some Terminators. He knows about the Last Cannon. He can ignore the Last Cannon if he goes for Terminators. Grenade is thrown.
Location secure. Let them fall before us.
May see a shotgun knockback there, but he did not interrupt the capture right there. he does get the full capture. He's tried to wait for the last moment to get a good knockback to interrupt the capture, but it just was not successful. Chaos Marines will need to fall back, receiving a bit too much fire there. They do have all 4 of the models remaining. And now Bloodletter is deployed on out.
Under attack!
Chaos Sorcerer does receive a nice knockback heal from the Apothecary. The Sorcerer himself needs to fall back. Sorcerer does get a special attack there. And does activate another ability there, but does go down the last moment. I think he mind controlled something for a brief moment, but I don't think it stayed around when the Chaos Sorcerer was knocked out. Heretic Squad is down to Spire Champion. Spire Champion down to dead.
Space Marines on the field.
At this point in time, without any repair squads, it's probably best to save up for those Terminators. Or the Great Unclean One.
There lies the key to victory.
Blastmaster does get spotted there. Chaos Marines could advance.
We shall make it so.
And those guys teleport up the north, trying to capture up that point now. Looks like the Sorcerer is just going to go for a VP game, which is, in this current state, something he can't play out. His opponent does not have a whole lot of tickets. Now they're starting to upgrade onto the Assault Squad as the Chaos Marines are advancing as well. Bloodletters get a nice knockback heal there, or receive a knockback heal. Blastmaster finds some good hits there onto the garrison.
Our brothers die at enemy hands.
He is going for another Chaos Predator. He probably won't have enough time to repair it up next engagement.
Deploying war gear. Adding support structure.
Sorcerer's still down right now.
The enemy has 200 points remaining.
Weapon location secure.
Support structure complete.
That's my opinion. So much AV, and thinking that means anti-vehicle. Yeah, I say Terminators would be his best option. Whoops, and I hit my microphone again. It was his game to win in Tier 2.
One of our victory points.
Looks like the observers of this game is believing that he may have thrown the game. Could have even got Terminators. That's what I say. He can still win. There's not a whole lot of VPs remaining. He needs to make sure a squad goes up north and captures it up. Maybe a single Heretic, not only for repairs, but also for just capping pressure.
The enemy has 100 points remaining.
Northern Marines are making their advance. We do have the Tactical Marines finding the Bloodletters, getting some good hits there. Blastmaster does get knocked back there.
One of our own has died. The enemy must.
Asking the Apothecary to drop Tactical Marines is a possibility. Something to prolong the making them capture, I would say. At this point in time, it's all about the VP game. Chaos Marines do receive quite a bit of fire there. The Scouts could go ahead and just get out camouflage the fire. Assault Marines have received a bit of fire there. Gets a nice heal though. And the Bloodletters are severely wounded. So is the Chaos Sorcerer. Got Heretics being on the build queue. Doesn't need them for repairs. Could use them for capping pressure. Southern VP is not under any threat, nor any other VP. Missile launch does connect with the Chaos Predator. And does use the Librarian ability there to make his guys move faster. Blastmaster finds a good hit there. Ooh, Chaos Predator is down his last bit of health. Trying to disrupt the movement there with the Predator itself. Detonates one of the models there. And he does go ahead and take out, prevent that Tactical Marine Squad from killing his own force, but does lose the Blastmaster. Air's going to be trying to capture the VP now. Great hit there from the librarian.
The enemy is claiming a victory point.
The time for battle is now.
Special attack does roll a miss there. Chaos Sorcerer needs to start capturing the point. The Heretic's about ready to go down. Butlers could teleport forward, but Chaos Marines are capturing the point now. We may see a knockback heal to interrupt the cap. Apothecaries do receive quite a bit of fire there. The Assault Marines do get mind controlled, hitting the Devastator Marines there. Very nice.
The enemy is outmaneuvering us.
And there goes the mind control. Up north, the Chaos Marines are capturing this point here, and that may be game against the Apothecary. Great knockback heal. Nothing threatening there. There is potential shotgun knockback here,
Apothecary has gained a
and he did not respond in time. He may try to decapture it there, but he does get spotted immediately and getting ripped apart.
Our brothers.
That point does go down, and that's going to be the end of the game.
We have failed.
Oh, either way, this is Andgrade saying thank you for watching, and moving on to the next replay. Oh, if you're still watching the stream, or did you like that replay? Let's see, that was this one here. Orcs versus Eldari. And no music. When I hear no music, I restart the replay. Because this game's music is really good and helps out with a little bit of downtime. Because sometimes it's a little bit of downtime. Are you serious? That also stops the replay. Luckily it happened at the very, very beginning. Because if that would happen in the middle of the replay, I would have to start all the way over. That was unintended. Get I guess this replay now. What's the chance though the music not gonna be playing?
To take this ground would be wise.
Is there music? Yep. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Dawn of War 2 replay. Spawn on the north side as the Farseer. We have Sostennis. Spawn on the south side as the Commando Nob. We have Zos Triad. I'm probably butchering that entirely. Probably butchering both of their names entirely. PowerPoint being captured up, so this one as well. Requisition, so pretty standard there. We got standard build over of 2 shooters and 1 Howling Banshee. Usually see another Guardian squad, but not always. He may be eyeing for a Ranger squad.
Support structure complete.
Isha smiles on us. The requisition point is ours.
Do not fear. I have uncovered the Orcans.
Howling Banshees do capture that point. Commando Nob going his way forward, trying to decapture this point. Does camouflage right there. A very big sneaky boy there.
Hostile orcs seek to overrun our resource point.
The requisition point and the VP are being decaptured now. Howling Bait is going to try to pursue that Mondo Knob.
We have succeeded in our objective.
And the point does get decaptured there. Goes out grenade there. Nice stun grenade and retreats. That's maybe a little bit too early for a retreat, but does do a nice little hit and run. He actually was recaptured the point while stunned as well.
One of our generators is under attack.
And now got early burners deployed on out, trying to burn these power generators, and that's a triple generator. That was a great push right now. He's down to minimal. He has only deployed out 2 squads at the moment, and so now these burners came out at perfect time. He saw the generators, got the burners, and a great gen bashing here. 2 of the generators go down. That was a great engagement there for the orcs. And it looks like we'll escape on out there. We got also the big shooters now deployed on out. Guardian's trying to blink this generator down. He will likely get this generator here. Commando Knob may need to charge forward, uncamouflaged, draw fire, throws out a stick bomb there.
Generator operational.
That stick bomb may have actually would have ranged short. Power generator is safe, so he will get power from there. As his VP will be, or PowerPoint will be captured up. Got Rangers now deployed him out, so I was correct that he's going to go for Rangers.
Changed.
Hostile orcs are claiming a victory point.
Shooters are making their way forward. We got sluggers with burners as well.
Generator operational.
And we do got the stick bombs. Guys, the stick bomb ability, which also throws a salvo of anti-infantry and anti-garrison grenades, dealing up to 58 grenade damage per grenade. And that's anti-garrison. Ooh. Yep, there's a squad wipe. Good throw by the Commando Knob, and he threw them in front, and it was evacuated out of the garrison, one by all at once in one tiny little circle. They got hit by maximum AoE. I play enough Company Heroes 2 and know how that feels. It doesn't feel good. But yeah, read the rest of it. 58 grenade damage per grenade, as well as weapon knockback damage by 18 when the Mega Boom kit is equipped. Rangers does get a nice knockback there on the sluggers. We got a Guardian's Weapon team deployed on out. He is lacking infantry and captain pressure without that Guardian squad. It may be a good idea to perhaps deploy another Guardian, maybe another Howling Banshees. Howling Banshees, of course, are a little bit pretty expensive in requisition, that's for sure, but maybe necessary at this point in time. But they, of course, have to deal with 2 shooters. 2 shooters do have the suppressive fire ability there, and it does go ahead and force back the shooters now. They're being upgraded to the Knob leader.
Adding support structure.
The orcs are pushing their way forward. We got another Guardian squad on the build queue. Very understandable. And probably something he doesn't really wish he had to rebuild. Getting out the Guardian squad now will also allow him to get repairs later on, because he doesn't have a repair squad anymore either. And most people don't go for Wraith Guard. Banshees do fall back. Of course, got the Guardian's Weapon team in this region. Force of Seers falling back as well, trying to avoid the combat.
We must save the lost ones.
Sluggers and Burners pushing their way forward. Guardian's Weapon team will find these forces, suppressing him down. Shooters does use the suppressive fire ability there on the Guardian's Weapon team. He's starting to retarget the Guardian's Weapon team now. Sluggers and Howling Banshees are making their way forward. Trying to get some good damage in there. Burners with prime burn generators, and the Luda here is getting some great damage in as well. Howling Banshees now get suppressed there, and will get 8 health, 6 health, 5 health. How did Banshees actually survive that? Oh, I thought they were dead. But I guess not. Looks like Howling Banshees do manage to live through that.
Hostile orcs are claiming a victory point.
Generator is going on down here. Luda's also engaging as well. Orange Weapon Team will suppress these shooters, no problem. They're seeing quite a bit of loss there just down the Knob leader. And its Generator trying to go for it. And he does not finish off that Generator with 9 health remaining. The Guardians may want to take time to repair it up, because right now it's just a sneeze away from death.
To take this ground will be wise.
Into the vegetation.
Good hits there on the Commando Knob.
Speak, and our group's power node captured. As you
Power
asked.
Node does get
Behold
captured,
your
does have the
possession.
aspect of strength as well. So if he goes with the aspiring champion, Exarch leader, the Exarch leader will have the anti-vehicle weapon.
Adding warp generator.
Farseer has so far no upgrades on her, and you've only so far only seen 1 round of stick bombs from the Commando Knob. What has the Commando Knob been doing? He's back at home, gains a health regen, so he's likely been going around sneaking around, capturing some points. We got the Howling Banshees backing away from that point now. And Tier 2 being researched by the Orcs now. Getting some stick bombers, but he may... There's also a Falcon out on the queue as well. The Eldari player is at level 2. Generator has not been repaired. Quickly go down there. Shooters getting some good hits there onto the Guardians. Does use suppressive fire ability there on the Guardians as well. It needs a fire burst onto the power generator to finish it off. Having trouble finding the next barrage. Falcon makes his way forward and does not get a burst off onto that power generator. We will see some stick bombs there onto the Rangers. It may splash down this power generator, but does not. And that power generator does go down. We do have the Commando Knob advancing, has upgraded the Mega Boom Kit, which does of course grant knockback there. Good damage there onto the Falcon. And I may have lost some upload. Actually, it looks like my stream may have restarted. Sorry about that, if that happened. Looks like I may have lost internet connection for a brief moment, but it looked like there was something wrong with my OBS instead.
A valuable strategic point lies ahead.
I'm not sure how long it's been like that.
The enemy is claiming a victory point.
Time for speed has passed.
These forces are making their way forward, trying to get some good hits there on the Farseer. The Farseer has upgraded the Armor of Fortune. Wraith Lord being queued on out by the Farseer. And that generator finally goes on down. Stick bombers, of course, throw their grenades on in. They have very good arms for that purpose. Tank Busters need to get some hits there onto the Farseer. Now stun bombs do come on board, and now got the barrage coming onto the Tank Buster. Of course, they're suppressed, so they throw it at a reduced rate, knocking back those forces. And all the generators do go down for the Eldari player. A lot of Orcs force here. And on these, this Farseer will need fallback, just saying too much fire there. So does the Howling Banshee, so does the stick bombs. The Falcon has received quite a bit of fire there. The Wraith Lord needs to start engaging that Tank Buster as soon as possible. Does receive a hit there from the Tank Buster as well. Burners are making their way forward. The Farseer has gone down there. And great hit there onto the Sluggers. no Shuriken Cannon upgrade onto the Wraith Lord. Speaking of which, we got the Shuriken Cannon on its way.
We are assembled. The she warriors grow in number. Taking cover in the rock.
The foe seeks to deprive us of a vital resource point.
More cautiously now.
Acquisition point is being decaptured. We do got the Commando Knob. Does get decapture the point. Like we'll go for. Oh, that's a defense. Not necessarily a defensive stun grenade, but more like a suicidal fragmentation grenade to retreat with. Good hit there on the Commando Knob, but doesn't take it out. And he does, of course, now swap the Shuriken Cannon onto that Wraith Lord.
We have it, Farseer. Normal pace,
Support structure complete.
Support structure complete? Is that just a shield generator for the... That could have been the point being reactivated. Is that what these scene shield generators for the
Orcs.
Guardian Squad?
Foulness precedes them. As ever, we
Preparing up the Falcon. Very nice.
No need for haste.
They have targeted us.
Orcs are shooting.
And the Rangers won't be able to stay in the region for too long with the Orc Horde there. I'm not sure what would be the best squad to capture it, because all those squads are needed. It does use a Slugger there, probably the least important squad in the next engagement. We got the Wraith Lord in this region, but the Tank Busters are alive. There's not been upgraded to BB Death Gun at the moment. Great damage there on the Wraith Lord. Rangers are camouflaged there, not getting any energy, and being reinforced by the Falcon now. Guardian Weapon Team does find some good hits there, and the Wraith Lord is also firing some shots in as well. Think was having trouble getting in range of the Wraith Lord. Largely missing as well. Stick bombs now raining in on these forces, getting some great AoE damage. Now got the Mortar Barrage raining in as well. This time on top of Rangers, not the support on the Falcon or the Guardian's Weapon Team. These forces are falling back, has lost a number of models there. Tank Bus is still very alive. Next Mortar Barrage raining on in, getting some great hits there on the Guardian Squad, as well as another volley onto the Falcon, but the Falcon does go ahead and escape on out of there.
Our reinforcements are here.
We do got another upgrade here. The Special Shooters, a close-range shotgun. Shotguns are technically classified in real life as an assassin weapon when it comes into war.
Hostile orcs are claiming a victory point.
Also high explosive shell ability, knockback, so basically the Space Marine scout ability. The Mega Bomb Kit also improves stun bombs, stick bombs, booby traps, and kaboom. It's one of those. It's called high explosive shell, so does not affect the Mega Bomb Kit. Does not affect the high explosive shell.
They have fielded full troops.
Let's force back that squad. Falcon is still very, very wounded. Needs some repairs. Oh, on the right side, we got a nice stun grenade there onto these forces. And of course, all these forces are knocked around. Another grenade there. That's the high explosive damage one. It looks like getting one model there. We may see the high explosive shot there. Yes, we do. Looks like it doesn't suppress the squad like the
They're attacking from
scout
range.
shotgun. But overall, it looks like all those abilities do not cost a whole lot of energy, which actually makes the Commando Knob has a lot of sustain for all its abilities. So it's like a mage, but with more channeling time or casting time. If that makes any sort of sense. He casts his grenade as an ability, as a spell. Grenades are raining on in. Lots of stick bombs, lots of rockets, flamers in the region as well. And it looks like these points will be captured on up as the 2 tank buster squads are advancing. Or not advancing, or sitting there to support the stick bombs. That was about the Farseer there. Farseer still just upgraded the Armor of Fortune. More stick bombs there. No, those are stun bombs.
There is the objective, the key to victory.
The VPs are heavily in favor towards the Farseer at 347 to 135. Luda does get flanked there by the Farseer. Very nice. More rockets raining on in. We basically have rocket barrage on top of the Guardian weapon team. So does the stick bombs. Knocks it out the range as well. Got a big barrage here. Does not get the Guardian weapons team. Another barrage onto these forces there. Getting some great hits. Almost wipes out the Guardian weapon team and the Ranger. So this is what superior firepower looks like in Dawn of War 2, if you ever played some Hearts of Iron.
Adding support structure.
Guardians have come of you. The reinforcements are most welcome.
Command squad is falling on back. Not squad. Commando Knob leader. Hero. Guardians weapon team, Guardian squad, and Rangers are advanced, but the Rangers getting ripped apart. Does do a full retreat there. Looks like the Ranger squad does manage to barely escape on out of there. And you got these, the Ludus squad does fall back. Good hits there onto the wall, so it's a really bad barrage. Falcon still not fully repaired, nor is the Wraith Lord. Does receive a massive wave of tank busters there, fully goes out of control. Stick bombs now raining on in. Won't get some great detonations there. Knocks him back towards the other grenades as well. And the Guardian Web team does get fully wiped out. More rockets now raining on top of the Wraith Lord. The Guardian Web team, or Guardian Squad, does get wiped out as well. Not leaving the Farseer much. Farseer does have an Eldritch Storm available, but so does Rocks for the Commando Knob. The Commando Knob has a lot of resources stockpiled up. He may be going for Daisy, but it looks like just at pop cap.
We are losing a victory objective.
We must teach these orcs their place. Overhaste is dangerous.
Our howling banshees have howled their last.
Stun bomb there. Stuns both of these guys.
The shots came from that direction.
Does get some good knockbacks there with a shotgun as well, stopping the Farseer from capturing at this point. The Orc does need to work with the VP game. The Orc does not have a whole lot of VPs remaining. It's currently neutral capture and soon to be a potential triple capture for the Orcs. Wraith Lord making his advance, getting some good hits there onto the Slugger. And now do have a war truck. Using less population on a war truck right now. But it's there. Rangers having matches not a whole lot. Going for a fire prism, trying to go for some long range artillery, but we'll also have to worry about all those tank busters. He's going to need a pretty good Eldritch Storm. The tank busters have been so far on top of each other. We've got a Wog banner deployed on out, which does, of course, enable forward reinforcements as well.
No need for haste.
I bring you the fire of the crystal ray.
sense desperation in our foe.
War truck is advancing, does force back the Rangers. Stick bombs being thrown, but most likely do a bit more friendly fire than opposing fire damage.
The fire of the heavens is at your command.
We may see a BB Death gun, but he does have, of course, 2 tank busters. But depending the movement of those tank busters, they could be annihilated by an Eldritch Storm.
As it was fated.
Howling managed to capture that point there.
We may control
The flow of battle.
The enemy is claiming a victory.
This may be a good time for an Eldritch Storm right there. Fire Prison does get a great hit there, knocking back those forces. Here comes the Archtarch. Should still enough red points there for a Eldritch Storm there. Take what's trying to charge it forward. We'll find the Wraith Lord, send a lot of rounds of the Wraith Lord there. But one of the squads is tied up melee, can see lots of hits there. Does hit the stick bombs there with the Fire Prism. Wraith Lord severely wounded, down to 34 health, 32 and dead health. War Truck is still alive, but barely. Another Wog banner has been floating out.
There is the objective, Banshees.
Advantage trying to capture this point there.
Only fools
Reinforced plane being researched by the Wog Truck.
The plan has changed.
Even the handguns potentially pose a threat to the Wog Truck. Fire Prison finds a hit there and wipes it out. Next to the Wog banner. Now the Howling Banshee is going to be knocking around the command knob. And the Orc player is counting down with tickets. He needs to capture more and more points. Stick bombs, good grenade explosion there. Does hit himself quite a bit. And the Rangers is pitching some shots in as well, getting some great hits there. Finds another hit there, down to 50 health. And does manage to escape on out of there. Double capture against the Orcs. That may actually be game. Nine patients have received quite a bit of fire there, and that will get the point. The Orc failed to play the VP game, even though he was superior most of the game. Look at the resource stockpile as well. The Orc player spent so much time not capturing points, it lost him the game. This is Angry saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Got a 2-on-2 here. Could try it. Actually, no, that's not one of my new ones, is it? I need to sort through these replays. Where are the ones I brought forward? I really need to fix the Steam Cloud syncing, don't I? Here, if you give me one moment, I need to back out the game, turn off Steam Cloud syncing in order so I can figure out the new replays, because I'm pretty sure I installed a new patch, so it won't exactly don't think it will work properly the old replays. So if I were to manage properties, to local files, size, I actually installed the, I may have actually installed the patch to the wrong area. That may be what the problem is, because I think I installed it to a C drive location, not a D drive. Alright, so technically I'm casting replays for the old patch. So that's what's going on. Need to fix that.
Sega.
Which I need to minimize that so I can see the streams. Yep, so I know I did it wrong. What I did wrong? Oops, and this is for regular Dawn of War, not for Elite Mod. I am messing up today. So let's see now. I know I casted that one. Yeah. Some of these replays up here I have not cast, and know that for sure. So we'll just cast some handful up here. And then I can worry about getting the proper patch installed next week. And no music, of course. Nope, the music is playing. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Dawn of War 2 replay. I spawn on the south side as a Chaos Sorcerer of Demonos. Spawn on the north side as the Mech Boy with Hebro Hito. Did I already cast this one today? No, I think I casted him. And he went for, and the last Mech Boy that went, I think that was him, went for a double Slugger opener. So this is definitely a different replay. We got another squad of Sluggers being deployed on out. We got Chaos Marines into Heretics. Standard for the Sorcerer, not so standard for the Mech Boy. You should see 2 Shooters, not 2 second Slugger. Sluggers are getting hit by the Chaos Marines, getting some good damage there. And the Sluggers do fall back. Over here, we do have the Mech Boy pushing his way forward. Heretics are advancing as well. The Chaos Sorcerer receiving quite a bit of fire thanks to these shooters and from the Mech Boy. He does fire barrage there, and he was so stacked up, he looked that he got minimal damage right there. Received minimal damage. Chaos Heretics try and pursue these shooters. They do close the distance, but now the Sluggers in the mix as well. So these Heretics will get required. He may need to detonate another model. Yes, and now he needs a full retreat there. Gains a good suppression there, allowing him to buy some time to escape. That boy does teleport forward, trying to capture up this VP, as he's captured the southern or middle VP. Chaos Marines have secured up the northern VP or the right VP. He does go ahead and fall back the Sluggers there. Didn't like seeing the Heretics there and the Chaos Marines. This point has only been activated, no generators deployed, but we do got 1 generator here as well. He may be eyeing for some early Noise Marines or Raptors. Could be a Havoc. Speaking of early stuff, we've got a Pain Boy. It's the Dork. Run. He's going to fill you up with green juice. The point has been decaptured. Very nice. I will stall out any generator deployment. And these Sluggers are now trying to avoid these Heretics. Mech Boy and Slugs are also advancing over here. We'll tie up the Chaos Marines in melee. And we've got a nice heal there from the Pain Boy, forcing back these Chaos units.
Do not lose us that power node.
It looks like another generator is going on up. It looks like he's getting a Spartan champion on this squad here. And now these Sluggers are decapturing the points over here. And the Mech Boy is capturing the power point now. This power point has been activated there. Pain Boy does find the Noise Marines, but will get overwhelmed by the Chaos Heretics. But the Heretics actually go straight for the shooters. Noise Marines still being hit by the Pain Boy now. Does get some nice knockbacks there. May need to fall back, receive quite a bit of fire. Or at least get a self-heal. Does use a heal himself right there, but I don't receive any damage or health right there. That heal looks like it may have whiffed. I don't know why it looked like it to me.
Let the souls of the innocent gild the armor of terror.
Chaos Sorcerer has been upgraded with the Sword of Flame, which grants the Corpsificating Fire ability, as well as going for the Vestments of the Warp. That appear to have been a pretty big miss there. Let's go in and sacrifice one of those heretic models there to get some energy, and now try to pursue these forces. Shooters making their advance, so does the mech boy does teleport away. Great damage right there. And the pain boy is now receiving some good fire as well. Does fall back. Mech boy is a bit low in health as well. Looks like there's going to be a full retreat by the orcs. Another Aspiring Champion deployed out by this squad here. And now we've got the generator now going on down, at least the point itself. He's going to try pushing towards the other generator, but the reinforcements are arriving. Tier 2 being researched by the mech boy. And now the pain boy is in the front, does get a heal on his own squad, but the mech boy is severely wounded, but the mech boy should be able to escape on out of there. Good knockback there by the Noise Marine, but also knocks back his own Heretics and Chaos Marines. Mech boy and shooters are, however, constantly firing, and the Chaos Sorcerer is unaffected as well. Slugger squad is falling back, may receive some more and more hits right there. One of those squads barely escape on out of there. Sorcerer's falling back as well. The Sorcerer does go down. Air squad is advancing forward, getting some good hits there. Sluggers, or shooters, and the mech boy made it fall back next. And these heretics are going to push very far forward. We'll be tying up the mech boy up in melee. Main boy does get a nice heal there on the mech boy, and now we do have the electric armor. If I remember correctly, that's a pretty powerful item. Especially for the lighter units such as the heretics.
Do not lose your requisition point.
Yeah, let's go ahead and sacrifice one of those models as they retreat back, trying to get his energy topped off. And he does top off his energy. Tier 2 has been researched by the mech boy. And now the pain boy is receiving some, well, pain. Nice special attack there, knocking back the pain boy. And now we've got the shooters advancing, getting some good damage there. Double force forwards onto the shooters. Mech boys in the mix as well. And now the sluggers are falling back. Noise Marines trying to get some good damage. It does fall back nice and early. They receive a couple models of drops on the retreat. Special attack there on the pain boy, knocking him back. It does teleport over there, trying to get some hits there onto the sluggers. Let's get one of the models there. Electric armor has been activated, getting some great damage there onto those heretics. Requisition point is being decaptured there by the orcs.
Call now upon the unholy power of the Chaos Gods.
And the shooters now are advancing. Does receive a model detonation there. And heretics do get forced on back. Another generator does go down, as this generator is now under siege. Mech boy does try to teleport forward, try and tie up this guy up in melee. Does, and does pass electric armor, but does get a nice knockback there before retreating back. Chaos Marines have not been upgraded with the Eternal War ability. Good heal there.
A power node is in jeopardy.
The pain boy is trying to tie up these guys up in melee, but the Chaos Sorcerer is in the mix. He will receive quite a bit of fire there. Mania fall back. He does get a nice special attack there. The Slugger squad does fall back. The Slugger does have the Orc Knob leader, and one of the models does get killed off there. And now the Chaos Sorcerer does teleport forward, Getting some good damage onto these forces, forcing them back as well. As these heretics do fall back, forcing back these forces, the mech boys himself is severely wounded. Now we've got a Chaos Dreadnought being deployed on out. We may see some tank busters or beamy Death Gun Luda. Powers being captured.
Structure destroyed. Glory to chaos. We may yet triumph today.
Dreadnought's almost complete. And we do have a nice little cast right there, getting some damage. Doesn't too critical at this moment. And the mech boy is trying to tie up the Noise Marines in melee. Does get the electric armor off there, getting some great damage there. And the Chaos Sorcerer is falling on back.
You are losing us a victory.
Chaos Sorcerer will stay alive, but barely. So does Noise Marines. Do not drop any models there, but does spot this Chaos Dreadnought. He does not want to see the Chaos Dreadnought at this point in time. Good damage there on the Pain Boy. The Pain Boy has been upgraded to Stronger Get Sauce, giving some extra health regen. Health regen for 6 seconds. Also make the Pain Boy harder by 50%, 100% HP, and his energy returns 50% faster. Also got the Spyron Champion upgrade onto the Chaos Marine Squad. We also got the Eternal War upgrade as well. Weird Boy being deployed on out. That's not an anti-vehicle weapon. Sure, it can hit the vehicle, the Dreadnought, but nothing too critical. Oh, but you got the Beamy Death Gun on the Mech Boy. That's what will do it. Dreadnought does receive a shot there by the Mech Boy. Teleports forward as well. It's a shot there onto the Dreadnought as well. The Pain Boy is now receiving some fire from the Dreadnought. Not Dreadnought, yeah, from Dreadnought. Such armor was utilized, but does fall back both the squads. Weird Boy finds a good hit there onto these Chaos Marines. Blastmaster now upgraded. Doesn't find a shot off there. Was pretty close to a shot.
Is ours.
And the Slugger shooters who received quite a bit of fire there. No knob, no big shooter upgrade either. And we got a pretty good hit there of onto the Slugger squad. And the Weird Boy does find a shot there. Luckily the Chaos Sorcerer did a special attack there, knocking him back. Temporary Bloodletters now being cast on in. This, of course, is Zinch 1, so they come in one at a time. A nice little vomit there, knocking back these forces. We still got more and more Bloodletters now being spawned out forward. Great attack there, annihilating that Heretic squad, just down to very few models for now. And getting reinforced thanks to the nearby Ritual as well. Not sort of Ritual, but Portal there. Chaos Sorcerer's falling back. Weird Boy finds another good attack there onto the Heretics as the Bloodletter is trying to close the distance, but they may just need to fall back entirely as well. They've used their vulnerability ability to escape on out there as well. Those utilize that ability now. And he's still getting whacked. He may just want to do a full retreat at this point in time. Noise Blaster fires a shot right there. Getting some good hits in. Gets direct hit on those forces. Does receive a knockback there by the Weird Boy, but did the damage that he needs to. Chaos Dreadnought does see another hit there. Pain Boy in melee. You could go ahead and potentially splash his own forces there, but the Pain Boy gets knocked back as well. And the Beam Death Gun does teleport forward. He's going to try to tie him up in melee. That was actually a good option there. Since he probably wasn't able to escape, then attack. Mech Boy is almost down. We're seeing lots of fire down to the last 30 health. Now a Death Dread's on the build queue. Does he find a direct hit there on the Weird Boy? He does use his ability there. He actually may go down if he sticks around for too long. And now that ability is now on top of the Chaos Sorcerer's head. And now it's on top of the Bloodletters. Now it's on top of the Chaos Heretics. Blastmaster does not get a hit there onto the Pain Boy. Zinch Ritual has been activated. Camouflage in a bunch of these group. Heretics are advancing as well. Trying to prevent his Blastmaster from being overran. He's rotating the gun. Needs to pack on up again. Blastmaster still is not rotated around. The Chaos Dreadnought is still severely wounded and does go down to the BME Death Gun as he teleports forward. Heretics are receiving some fire from the electric armor now. It needs to fall back, so is the Bloodletters.
We have the advantage for now.
And just going to stomp his way forward. And we'll potentially get some shots onto these power generators. It is starting to burn some of these power generators down. One power generator does go down now. Noise Blaster gets a direct hit on his own power generator. That's doing more good, bad than good. Others do use the invulnerability ability to escape on out of there. Does get a good hit there as well. But now the Death Dread is falling on back. Great hit there onto the Chaos Marines. And the Bloodletters do get some good hits in return. Another good hit there.
Legions march from the Eye of Terror.
Something may have actually died right there. But looks like the Chaos Sorcerer actually teleported away. And fresh Chaos Dreadnought has been deployed out on the field. Trying to repair up the Death Dread right now. He will spot it. And he's throwing some rounds there onto the Slugger right now as he stomps away. Hey boys, now receiving 5 minutes of fire right there. Could potentially go down to the Death Dreadnought. One hit there, fires the autocannon shot. It looks like the Pain Boy will escape on out of there. Knocked back there by the Weird Boy as the Weird Boy gets forced back by the Bloodletters. And now got the BB Death Gun, teleports forward, trying to get some shots on in. As Blastmaster finds a good hit there onto the Sluggers and rained forward and didn't splash the Heretics. And that one got a minor splash there as well. Death Dread advancing does find the invulnerable Bloodletters. As we got this Zinch Ritual activating, does try to charge forward with the Chaos Heretics, trying to tie up the baby Death Gun. Autocannon is still around his camouflage. Mech Boy is running away, trying to get inside the garrison. He will get inside the garrison there. And Vomit does connect onto the Bloodletters. Bloodletters need to fall back. They're quite scattered as well. Some of the Bloodletter models do in fact go down right there. Good knockback there on the Chaos Sorcerer. And a good knockback there on the Weird Boy. The Pain Boy is now receiving some fire. And direct hit there on the Pain Boy as well. The Weird Boy does miss the gunner of the Blastmaster. And the Death Dread is still receiving some pairs. The Blastmaster does fall back now.
We have the advantage for now.
Another beam, we got the Death Gun shot onto the Chaos Dreadnought. Chaos Dreadnought's having trouble with that beamy, with the Mech Boy. Mech Boy is teleported forward. We'll get another shot there onto the Chaos Dreadnought. Chaos Dreadnought's down to very, very little health. Does activate the Zinch Ritual there. Bloodletters teleport forward, trying to type that Mech Boy up in melee. Being repaired up by the Heretics now. Direct hit there onto his own Bloodletters. And now the Death Dread's going to be stomping around trying to get these Bloodletters. Does fall back right there. Does gain the models, however. And also there's some vomit there onto the Chaos Marines. Got temporary Bloodletters as well. Knockback there onto the Pain Boy and onto the Bloodletters. Death Dread still being engaged. Chaos Dread not so receiving some hits there. Chaos Marines do go ahead and get fully wiped there. The Chaos Sorcerer is sliding away with his retreat.
We have 200 points remaining.
Now got a looted tank being deployed on out. And we do also got the Tome of Subjugation for the Chaos Sorcerer. Now he does have a 10-second channel to mind control an enemy. Depending on what enemy he casts on, that could be very, very good. If he uses on the Weird Boy, he's able to cast in some abilities that could be quite handy, like the Vomit. Blastmaster finds a good hit there onto the Sluggers, as Beam of Death Gun finds a hit there onto the Chaos Dreadnought. Good use the Supplication ability there on. No, can't do it on the Mech Boy since it's a hero. Nor can he do it on the Death Dread. Teleports forward, maybe trying to grab. Nope, just trying to tie up the Mech Boy up in melee. Chaos Dreadnought now is being pursued. Noise Blaster still retreating back. Does use some vomit there on top of the Chaos Sorcerer. He could potentially grab the Pain Boy to heal himself. On the right side, we've got the Bloodletters engaging the Sluggers. There's a Ritual nearby. The Ritual does allow better health regen onto the Bloodletters. But he's getting way overwhelmed right there. Heretics won't be mixing in as well, forcing back the Sluggers. Chaos Sorcerer's down to 3 health, 1 health, 0 health. And now Bloodletter is trying to control Zo's the Heretic. Bloodletter may go down.
You are losing us a victory point.
We got some more looted reinforced plating on there on the looted tank. We got the Chaos Predator being put out. He may want to get, since he's fighting against also the Death Dread, he may want to go for the Zinch variant. Big boom gun. Finds a decent hit there. Doesn't get any models, however. And now the Chaos Dreadnought is going to be trying to tie up the Chaos Predator up in melee. Getting some good hits there. Pain Boy's in the mix, but he won't be able to engage the looted tank aim or the Chaos Dreadnought anytime soon. Trying to repair up the looted tank there with these Sluggers. Receiving some hits there melee hits there from the Chaos Dreadnought as well. Chaos Predator looks like maybe not enough resources for an upgrade at the moment. And if the looted tank does in fact go down, that's a big waste. He potentially could have saved it. Now he's going to tie up a melee with the Chaos Dreadnought, the Sluggers. It's not like a good engagement there for the Sluggers. They don't have an anti-vehicle weapon. Boy set on up. Bloodletters are charging forward. Does receive a direct hit there from his own Noise Blaster again. And activates the ritual there, which does get the Bloodletters some much needed health regen. Trying to pursue that weird boy. And now the Heretics squad is going to be pursued. Chaos Predator is advancing, does force back those sluggers. And does get a small splash there. Chaos Predator is advancing, no upgrades on it at the moment. Beamy Death Gun's engaging. He may try an eye to get behind the Beamy Death Gun, does go and flank it. Though he does worry about the Death Dread engaging as well. Beamy Death Blastmaster could be firing away. Chaos Predator is still on the left side of the map, not in engagement. And the weird boy there does get a cast ability onto these heretics. Getting some much needed repairs on the Death Dread.
You may fail us this day.
And both players are pretty low on tickets. One is at 103, the other one's at 110. They're about ready to be even. We've got the Mark of Nurgle Chaos Predator, which is more meant for anti-melee. Does give him some health and health regen. Now we have a Orc turret here. Pair of Orc turrets, actually. Blastmaster does get a kill on one of them. Does find the Death Dread here. Of course, the Mark of Nurgle version will be useful against that. Going for a Mark of Khorne Dreadnought as well. Getting some repairs there by the Heretic as well. He may just stand here and fight the Death Dread. He will have, of course, good damage resistance with it. Mech Boyd's right here. And now the Bloodletters will get fully wiped there. Chaos Dreadnought is quite wounded as well. Gets teleported away. Needs a lot of repairs on these Chaos vehicles. Does, of course, have his 2 Heretics for repairs. It does go ahead and mind control the Slugger Squad, which not only denies the capture, but allows them to get some good damage in on the Weird Boy. Good damage there as well. Does take out the Weird Boy there with the Sluggers he converted. Very nice. Good special attack there by the Chaos Sorcerer. Maybe it's not a good time for the cast, but he is receiving a bit too much fire there. He may want to teleport away and get out of there. And it does go ahead and teleport back. Got a capture still in favor of the Warlock or Sorcerer player. And now the Orc player is below 50 tickets. Blastmaster set up in a very defensive position, but that's not important. They have captured at the moment. But is going to try to siege down that Orc turret. Knobs here with their leader. So trying to get repairs on that Chaos Predator. Remember, it's also Nurgle variant, so it does get extra melee resistance. So it's actually a relatively good variant at this point in time. I forgot the Death Dread was still on the field, which is also melee. Good damage there onto the Chaos, or on the Knob Squad. Does get a couple models there. This one has been decaptured by the Sluggers. That's going to use the mind control there to disrupt them. Or subjugation, I should say. Does enable the models there. The Slugger is still in the region. Double capture in favor of the Orcs. The Chaos player is going to be receiving a lot of ticket bleed at the moment. Temporary Bloodletters have been deployed now. He's trying to go for reinforcements on the Heretic squad as well. The Heretics need to start capturing up the central VP as soon as possible. And now got rocks running on in. And he can't parade the capture now. At this point is being captured by the Death Dread. The rocks came at the wrong time for the Sorcerer. Now he's down to a couple models left right there. He needs to get out this Heretic to decapture that point as soon as possible, as it's counting down quickly against him. Good there, throws out a frag grenade there by the Commando squad as a incendiary frag. does actually push forward with these other Mauls here. As long as these Mauls are alive, the Aspiring Chief itself cannot go down. But the point does get decaptured either way. Both players have 31 tickets.
You give ground to the enemy.
Over here, you got the Chaos Dreadnought advancing, trying to engage the Death Dread in melee. With the beamy Death Gun in the region, it's definitely going in favor of the Orcs player. But still, the Death Dread could potentially go down. Beamy Death Gun should finish this off. Nope, the Death Dread gets a kill, getting it up to max level. This one has been decaptured there by the Flamer. And also Knobs are pushing their way forward as well. The Orc Knob squad will close the distance there. We'll get some rear armor hits there as well. It is, of course, the Nurgle variant. Like I said before, it does have melee resistance. But still will have a bit of trouble there. And there's still a capture against the Chaos player. The Chaos player is counting down tickets quickly. And now there's a double capture against him. That's going to be game. And that's the end of the game. This sounded great saying thank you for watching and on to the next replay. The tanks, this is the Nurgle variant. It's the Nurgle variant gets increased health by 75% and the tank gets health regen. It gets reduced movement speed and also gets melee resistance. So this is a tanky tank. The other tanks are not that durable. It's just because it's Nurgle. Or you're talking about the design rather than the stats of the tank. The design, of course, there's a bit of paint scheme with it since I forget. I'm not sure if you can paint your units in Dawn of War 1. And probably one more replay for the night. Let's go with Imperial Guardsmen. I'm in the mood for Imperial Guard. Oh, perfect music as well. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Dawn of War 2 replay. Spawn on the top left side as the Lord General, we have Grand Tovich. Spawn on the bottom right side as the Plague Champion, we have Leonis. We also got some Chaos Marines, Sentinel, pretty standard opener as well, and also the standard good luck, have fun.
If we don't take that power node, they will.
Chaos Marines deployed and out, Sentinels on the way. I love the Imperial Guard's music. Another squad of heretics being pulled out, so is another Imperial Guardsman. And the Sentinel will make his way forward, ready to engage these forces.
That's a strategic point for us, sir. A power node. Roger.
Power nodes being activated now. We do have the Sentinel advancing as well. Probably going to go for the power point, trying to deactivate it. We'll spot the Chaos Marines there. Also in a general attack move order. Lord General get some damage there on the Plague Champion, but in return as well. Heretics going to be trying to pursue these Sentinel. And this point will be captured all up. Got the Heretics here as well. No Sergeant upgrade onto the Imperial Guardsman just yet. It does immediately retreat back. Didn't like that engagement there, since he was already pretty close to melee range. Sentinel has received a bit of fire there. And now got Heretics and Chaos Marines streaming on board. The Imperial Guardsman needs to get a bit of a better battle line. He does have the Stomp upgrade there onto the Sentinel. Just pushing the way forward now. It does get one Imperial Guardsman. And no Stomp just yet. Grenades are raining on it, so it's got immediate, very early grenade launcher upgrade, which will be useful versus Sentinel, as well as getting some good knockback as well. We got the Sergeant upgrade on this squad here. The other one does not have it just yet, nor being queued.
I hear you. Processing the last.
Grenades are raining on in, getting some good damage there on the Sentinel, but getting repaired up as well. Heretics are eyeing some grenades onto the Imperial Guardsmen, and they're so stacked up that you see massive AoE damage. Knockback grenades will cast, but he does miss. And now the grenade launcher Heretic squad does fall back. The other squad has been upgraded with grenades as well. And the Sentinel is receiving lots of fire there. Did he just stop? Good hit and special attack there onto the Chaos Marines. And now the Lord General has been upgraded with a grenade launcher. And his Stormtrooper models, once you get them reinforced, will also have the grenade launchers. Another generator being pulled out. Both of these Imperial Guards have upgraded sergeants. Still no reinforcements for the Lord General. He may be low in requisition. He is. And that Sentinel needs a lot of repairs here.
So the generator is online.
So far, the Lord General has lost a lot of ground. Noise Marines being deployed on out. But with the Lord General does not have access to knockback grenades. Also got some move ability, which increases speed of nearby units. But still, that won't be great for the Noise Marines. The Sentinel has to keep an eye on those Noise Marines and get ready to stomp on them whenever they appear. And with that early field control, that the Plague Chain was able to afford a lot of powerful upgrades. I do love the grenade launcher upgrades. Hopefully, it gets the Chain Axe upgrade on the Chaos Space Marine, so it gets more of a melee frontline, or the Plague Sword for the Plague Champion to get zombies, because there's a good chance of him getting zombies when fighting against Imperial Guardsmen.
Requisition point ours for the taking.
Taking hits over here.
Good grenades hits there by the Lord General. He does avoid his opponent's grenade hits as well. Does use a ritual there to get top off this guy's health. Very nice. The Sentinel may need charging forward, but he's way too low to charge forward. Cashin Devil's being deployed on out. An excellent flanking squad. And still needs to capture up some of these other points as well. His capping game is a little bit slow, so his opponent is getting a lot of extra requisition.
Ready to prove yourself.
Requisition point here.
This Imperial Guard squad will capture up this requisition point now.
Our time it arrived.
Plague Champion does receive some hits there, and this ritual is ongoing, so the Plague Champions can easily get that healed up. No problem.
This had better be
And now we've got this Sergeant upgrade onto the Lord General as well. Tier 2 being researched by the Plague Champion. And massive wave here. Lord General's grenades will do some good work there. And now here comes Cashin Devil's grenade launcher ability. Big grenade launch there. Great knockback there onto the Noise Marines there. The Lord General may tie him up in melee next. Got the move ability there on the Cashin Devils, allow him to charge forward to tie up the Noise Marines up in melee. I was not expecting that, but very good there. Noise Marines are almost get wiped out. Noise Marines are have been fully wiped out, and so the Chaos Heretics are almost wiped out as well. I'm so surprised how well that went for the Imperial Guardsmen. So excellent move ability there on the Cashin Devils. It really changed the course of battle. Now we got some flamers here going straight for the generators. Cashin Devils need to make their way forward as well to be a good escort there with the grenade launcher abilities. Now here comes the flamers there. Improvised explosives right there. Great hits there as well. No knockback grenades just yet. One generator does go down and does fall back nice and early. There's knockback grenades. That seemed like both of their knockback grenades there. It does fall back immediately because he didn't reinforce or fully heal these squads. That was a desperate counterattack there, but it was successful.
Commander here. Go ahead.
I just need to spend a whole bunch of energy there. Wonder what he actually uses energy on. Didn't look like he could cast it on anything, but maybe cast it on something. I don't know. Water laser turret has been built. Oh, some of those grenades actually hitting the terrain as well. Bit of a shame there. Tier 2 being researched by the Lord General. We do also have a Chaos Dreadnought being put up by the Plague Champion. The Lord General can switch out grenades with a Melta-Gun, or Melta-Guns, where him and his Stormtrooper bodyguards do get the Melta-Gun upgrade. Flamer Squad's advancing. This Spear Guardsman squad is falling back, and Colors does spot a multi-las cannon turret, which is not very good, honestly. It's cheap, but not very good. You get what you pay for, sort of mentality. Grenades to get a hit there. What? Oh, that was a catch. That was improvised explosives there. Getting some good damage in. Knocks back the Heretic squad. Very nice. Flamer squad advancing. Flamers do great versus the Heretics. But here comes the knockback grenades there. Knocking back the Flamer squad. Overall, the damage is quite minimal since it's not very stacked up on each other. But now the Chaos Dreadnought deployed on out. You see missile launcher upgrade onto the Sentinel, which would be a nice soft counter to the Chaos Dreadnought. Nothing too spectacular, however. Because he had Melta-Gun, it's going for the Sarge upgrade onto his Kajin Devils. And we do have a heavy weapons team, likely for the last cannon now. Sentinel does receive some fire there. No Melta-Gun upgrade on the Lord General just yet.
We are under attack. Won't be long, sir.
And now we have the Blackjacket being researched for the Lord General, not the Melta-Guns. Knockback grenades raining on in, knocking back some of those forces. Crack missiles raining on in from the Sentinel as well. But still, it's nothing hard countering that Dreadnought, just a bunch of SARF counters. Last cannon's been deployed on, or heavy weapons seems to be deployed out, but no last cannon just yet. Let's get a nice heal there onto the guardsman. Last cannon on the build queue now. Another crack missile there as well. Multiple last cannon turret will go down. Good knockback there. Grenades onto the Flamer Imperial Guardsman. Does fall back now. That's not the last cannon. And Ritual is being activated there now by this little Heretic Scarred Champion. We've got the Melta-Gun upgraded onto the Kajin Devils now. More grenades raining on in on these forces. And last cannon has rotated us around. The Chaos Dreadnought has used a bit of fire there. And the Kajin Devils are nearly at full health, making their advance. We'll get some good shots into the Chaos Dreadnought now. The move ability has been activated. They're able to find the Melta-Gun on the move, getting some damage there. Nothing crazy. Some. One Melta-Gun is not a whole lot. They're not a Stormtrooper squad with a full kit of Melta-Guns. Good hits there. We got a Chaos Ritual here just to help out with the health regen while his stuff is getting reinforced. Very nice. Chaos Dreadnought receiving lots of fire there. Plague Champion itself can also get repairs as well. And does fire a burst of the autocannon there as well. Dreadnought needs to take quite a bit of time to get reinforced and repaired. We got the Zinch plasma guns onto the Chaos Marine as well. Also, the Chain Axe upgrade may be a little bit better because they're fighting against a force of all range, so the Chain Axes wouldn't be half bad. Oh, now we got the heavy turret. Hopefully he goes for the Executioner gun. I do love the Executioner gun, and they're fighting against Heretics, though the grenades probably can outrange it.
Sentinel standing by.
Chaos Marines are attacking.
Grenade launcher barrage on the Chaos Marines, very nice. And now got Flamers on the generators, also very nice. A lot of AoE potential damage right there. Does force him back, receiving lots of fire there. Last cannon fires a miss. Is that a Valkyrie run? No, it's a creeping barrage. It's way too early for a Valkyrie run. Doesn't have tier 3. Catch Devils get a nice grenade launcher barrage there. I think the Sarge may have went down there. And now the Plague Cloud forcing back the Guards Weapon Team. The Guards Weapon Team may actually go down. Or Heavy Weapons Team. And the Heavy Weapons Team does go down there. But the Heavy Turret's still alive, which is effective versus all targets. Grenade launcher say hello. Does receive a miss there. It's going to try to time up melee, trying to get around the rear. Gets a good hit there. Though the heavy turret is quite durable. Imperial Guardsmen push way forward. They may want to go for repair. Grenades are raining on in. Knockback grenades do connect, getting some great hits there. Heavy turret still standing quite a bit of beating there. Cracked missiles versus Chaos Dreadnought. Chaos Dreadnought's weapon is generally better in this situation. And he could fire another missile there. Heavy turret's still alive. Flamer's getting some great hits there onto the grenade launcher squad. And the Sentinel does go down there. Melter gun of the Catch Devil's trying to pursue. Heavy turret's still alive. The Inspiring Champion is still alive. Now it's going forward for repairs. It's getting pretty close. He's dealing more damage to the turret than he's receiving. Last Cannon can't do much as well. And there goes the heavy turret. Knockback grenades raining on in. Get some good knockback there. Oh, he has grenades. He's going for the melter gun now. If he pursues a Chaos Dreadnought long enough, he should be able to get it off, kill it, no problem. And there's the melter guns. There we go. There goes Chaos Dreadnought. The melter guns are still effective versus the heavy units. Does get nice knockback grenades there. Catch Devil's now in full retreat. And so does the Lord General.
Sir, our advantage is slight.
Let's see, we noticed that he had the Flak Jacket upgrade. Grants an income ability, decreases range damage taken by infantry by 30% and make them immune to knockback. Sounds like a taken by nearby infantry. That could be an aura ability. And the Plague Champion has the Mucus Discharger's meta healing ability. Grants the Breath of Nurgle ability, which heals the Plague Champion for 2 to 15 health, and all friendly units by 70 health with radius 10 around the Plague Champion. So an AoE heal around the Plague Champion himself.
Thank the Emperor for these weapons.
Plasma guns have been upgraded on the Imperial Guardsmen. The other squad still has a Flamer. Tier 3 being researched by the Plague Champion.
You know we'll get Chaos Marines are attacking!
Chaos Marines, of course, getting outnumbered. Does drop a model there. Very nice. Good knockback there onto the Heretic squad. And these Heretics are falling on back.
Enemy general attacking.
Enemy general? That's actually friendly fire.
A power node. Roger.
We do have the power point being deactivated and will be decaptured, though the Catch Devils may respond to it. Looks like not. They're just going to capture the point.
Sir, power node is ready.
It'll take a bit of time for that point to be deactivated. Platoon the grenades are in melee range, so it's within their minimum range. But the assault rifles do a bit of damage.
We have an edge for now.
Las Cannon will be firing against these structures here. The Las Cannon, of course, not very effective versus current composition, but do got a Chaos Predator being deployed on now. Grenades are raining on in. He doesn't need to worry about knockback grenades. It's just a heavy weapons team. So going for knockback grenades would allow him to get perhaps more time shooting at him before he can stand up and run away.
Roger.
We are under attack!
Speaking of knockback grenades, great knockback grenades. They're getting every single model right there. Flame is starting to engage as well. They don't have the Kalmazar upgrade, so no 12-man squads.
Champions come for us.
Plague Champions receiving some hits there.
Tech is at maximum
Does use some discharge ability there as well, getting that Heretic squad up to full health. We got grenades back on the Lord General as well, getting some good AoE damage as the Catch Devils are ripping apart the Plague Champion. The Plague Champion does go down there. You may see a shotgun knockback onto these Heretics. Chaos Predators make his way forward. He sells the last cannon Devastator. Does lose all of the support models there with the Lord General. And there goes the last of that Heretic squad. The one Heretic squad does go down. He only has one squad remaining, which he will need to use for repairs and rituals. So both sides have lost a significant amount of their forces, that's for sure.
Generator under attack.
We got tier 3 for the Lord General. He's pretty close to the Lehman Rust, so Lucy's generators won't be critical. It will just prevent him deploying out any more assets in the future. Chaos Marines receiving quite a bit of fire here, literally. And they do capture that point as well. Both players who are pretty healthy in tickets as well.
Sir, our advantage is slight.
This generator is quite wounded, could be quickly picked off. And we got a Nurgle variant Chaos Predator. And seeing that Lehman Rust there, that was quick, I'm pretty sure was quickly spawned out by the red ability, since red points are quite down for Lord General. And seeing that Lehman Rust, he now should realize not to go to the Nurgle variant. He should go either for Khorne or Tzeentch. Khorne, of course, will be general damage against everything, while Tzeentch will be more specialized versus vehicles. But it may be not a good idea to go for Tzeentch. The Khorne one will give him general rate of fire increase, which probably would be useful against the Predator while not being a full commit to anti-vehicle. I saw the Khorne there. Actually, he's canceled it, going for Plague Marines.
We're under attack.
Wants to split up his composition. Plague Champion right there. General gets what he wants. Looks like he's being upgraded with a Kalmazar. I don't think his men is going to be real happy seeing a Kalmazar right there. And now he is going for the Mark of Khorne. You want to get those Plague Marines out a little bit quicker. Khorne variant has been deployed and out, which of course gave him, what was it? Increase the speed by a small amount. And if increases greatly, increase the heavy bolters and the autocannon the damage by 25%. So this gave him a small damage increase. You have the Vanquisher cannon for the Lehman Rust, getting him great range, and there's the Kalmazar ability there. Plasma guns are advanced as well. Grenades raining on from the Lord General. Flamer squad coming in flank.
We are under attack. Shooting us in the back.
Does use Mucus Discharge ability right there.
You know we're ready.
Yep, I know you're ready.
We're ready.
Lehman Rust is pushing way forward. There's a missile hit there by the Plague Marines, which does snare it a little bit. And here comes Plague Cloud. He needs to get out of there. That will rip apart these light infantry forces. This Plague Cloud is deadly versus Imperial Guardsmen. Does do a full retreat there. The last cannon needs to fall back as well. Does fall back there. He should save the last cannon. And now the Lehman Rust is seeing multiple rear armor hits there, being slowed down thanks to the Plague Marines. And without the... and not reversing way, receives some rear armor hits there. There goes the Lehman Rust. And now the Khorne variant will maintain some good firepower throughout the rest of the game. This is not looking good for the Imperial Guards player. That's going to receive some fire on their retreat path as well. Get some good damage there.
The requisition point's in trouble. We are engaged here.
Grenades running on the Chaos Marines. Do capture that point. They need to fall back. They do fall back.
Because I'm in command. That's what I'm duty, sir.
I honestly would say at this point in time, Stormtroopers of Melter Guns would be a better option than throwing out another Lehman Rust. But that's also has its pros and cons as well. I'm a little bit biased towards Stormtroopers myself.
Advantage is slight.
Like Marines receiving quite a bit of fire there from the Casual Devils. Does get one of the models to explode, then knocking him back. And does use Grenade Launcher Barrage there to finish off the Plague Marines. Going for another Chaos Predator. Oof, he needs a lot of anti-vehicle at this point in time. He may be saving up for a Bane Blade. He has enough power for it. And his approach just needs 100 more requisition as well. So in about 15 seconds, he should be able to, or more like 20 seconds, he should be able to queue up a Baneblade. And hopefully he does not upgrade this Chaos Predator, because if he sees a Baneblade, he needs to get a Zinch variant.
Captured the location.
The Corn one wouldn't be half bad either. As against a Baneblade, you probably want to go for full Zinch.
Requisition point acquired.
Yep, a Baneblade. And I feel like I'm going to sneeze any moment now. Here, next, we're capturing up the requisition point now. We've got the Chaos Marines advancing. It does use the Kalmazar's ability there on the Lord in general. Predator here has been upgraded to Nurgle. That is going to be one of the worst options versus the Baneblade. Sure, it's durable, but he needs something a bit more heavier versus the Baneblade. Of course, he probably doesn't realize his opponent's Baneblade. And the Imperial Guardsman has a capture in his favor, so he's able to sell out a little bit longer. We do got the good damage coming out of the heavy weapons team. And now got the Nurgle shots coming on in. Forces the full retreat back with the Lascan Dempster. He can fall back. He has plenty of tickets to stall out with. He needs to keep the last cannons alive. The Baneblade would like the support of a last cannon. Even though it has a lot of last cannons on it, still would like the support of a last cannon on the ground.
Is right here.
It is the Baneblade, the glorious machine itself. Predator's making his way forward. Losing generators will prevent him. He has plenty of power for the rest of the game. He's not going to need much more power for the rest of the game. Though to rely on heavy turret wouldn't be half bad. Grenade launcher barrage there, and now here comes the Demolisher Cannon. Demolisher Cannon fires, gets a good hit there, and he did not decapture that point. That point is safe, so he doesn't worry about double capture. It's only a single capture against him. Heavy weapons team is fully reinforced. Maybe a quick heal from the Lord General wouldn't hurt either.
Standing by for orders.
You should have enough red points for a heavy turret as well.
We hear you. This place is rife with chaos.
And if he gets enough for resources, perhaps deploy a frontline Lehman Russ. Great hits there onto the Mark of Corn variant. Hitting that first is better than hitting the Nurgle one. Nurgle can stand a bit more. Corn deals a bit more damage. Neither is Zinch. This is definitely what he does not want to see. He needs to get out of Havoc and upgrade of a Las Cannon. He's going for another Chaos Predator. He needs a Zinch one. Honestly, with the amount of resources he had stockpiled up, could have been saving up for a Land Raider Phobos. Baneblade's advancing. Does capture the point there for the Lord General. He could set up a siege line for a heavy turret. Lehman Russ on the build queue. Any variant of Lehman Russ would be decent right now. Vanquisher just increases range, while the Executioner increases AoE damage, but does not increase range. And maybe better go for range so it can stay behind the Baneblade a little bit easier. Will not spot that core Predator. I played too much War Thunder, I think. Angle your armor. Or you go take a little bit more. That's not really needed in this game, because I think there's only a front and rear. There's no side armor in the game. Baneblade has to see some hits there. Maybe a good idea to back off a little bit, because this one's coming for a flank and his last cannon's forced on back. He does have a lot of supporting infantry in the region, and can get some nice little repairs to buff out the scratches. Doesn't have to be super aggressive. He has a triple capture as well, so maybe keeping the range of the Demolisher Cannon in this VP would be all he needs.
Sir, we're losing in victory.
That's about this Predator there. It's going to consume the Predator now. That is the Nurgle variant. And it looks like the Flight Team has got some DG. Yep, no final climactic showdown. A little bit of shame, but either way, this is Anagray saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Though it's actually getting a little bit late, so I'm probably going to call it a night. Everyone, have a good evening. Enjoy.